just hearing their stories, it's devastating, you guys, devastating. Just the brave teachers, our staff here, we're so close. The parents are so close. The principal, everybody. I mean, it's so emotional for us. We just are devastated.
Parents at North Park Elementary School in San Bernardino, California are understandably still shaken after a murder-suicide there on Monday. Cedric Anderson shot and killed his estranged wife, Karen Smith, an 8-year-old student, and wounded another student before killing himself. Police say the 53-year-old Anderson went to the front office, signed in, then walked to the classroom. He told them he was delivering something to his wife, and then opened fire, reloaded, and started shooting again. Authorities are now shedding even more light on the couple's strained relationship. Smith's family says the mother of 4 grown children moved out of Anderson's home last month. They say she went into hiding because she was terrified of Anderson. Police say they found a note inside of Anderson's home.
There was not a suicide note found at the house. I will confirm that investigators did find a note that we believe to be his, not completely confirmed, but we believe to be his, that talked about some things that needed closure, feeling disrespected, just that type of stuff, but nothing that would be specifically identified as a suicide note.
Anderson had been arrested for domestic violence in the past. A restraining order alleges he threatened an ex-girlfriend with a butcher knife. His criminal history included 4 prior arrests dating from 1982 until 2013. Those 4 arrests included a weapons charge, a domestic violence charge, and a theft charge. Joining me on the phone is Dr. Oliver Williams, the director of the Institute on Domestic Violence in the African-American community. Dr. Williams, first and foremost, we don't know whether or not Anderson's wife told school officials about the issue she was having with her estranged husband. And so when he shows up, they simply allowed him to go to the classroom.
Yeah, it's not unusual for women to not necessarily tell everybody, what's going on. I mean, still there's an issue of shame, even with women who have experienced this problem. Sometimes they don't want to mention it to their families, or and there are a number of women who've been, harmed or killed who go to college, who haven't told their families about the fact that they've been victimized by their partners. But one issue is, even if she had told the school, how prepared would the school be to be able to respond to it if he did that? So I guess the question is, how prepared are we to deal with this issue as a community? And also as service programs, when oftentimes we don't pay attention to it and we treat it as if it's every time it happens, it's a brand new thing. And when
well, here's a case here, and Dr. Williams, in every case here, I mean, here's a woman who left. She goes into hiding. She does all the appropriate things. And so how do other women protect themselves from jealous husbands, from abusive husbands who want to do them harm?
I'm not so sure that there's one thing that can protect them from his tendency to be violent towards them. I think oftentimes our society treats domestic violence as though it's an extension of just the conflict, and conflicts are not violence in terms of how oftentimes we think about it. But it's not unusual, too, for women to do all the right things. I was talking to one of your producers last night, and there's this young woman who was killed in Ann Arbor, Michigan. The University of Michigan has this annual event where they recognize her victimization and her loss. But she did all the right things, all the right things. And when she tried to get help, she was killed, and the police got there, and he was still trying to stab her when she was going through this these expeditions that she'd done everything right to try to support herself, and the community thought that they did the right thing, but there was more that they could do to respond to it. And one thing is to be aware of it, and then also be responsive and try to deal with it in terms of dealing with prevention as well as intervention when the crisis happens.
All right, Dr. Oliver Williams, we surely appreciate it. Thank you so very much. Peaceful protest turned deadly. 37-year-old black man was shot and killed by Baton Rouge police. His hands are in the air and you still get shot by the cops.
Oh my God, please don't tell me he's dead.
We're not going to let hate define us.
Race is a big part of this.
If truly all lives matter, then all lives need to matter equally.
What we require is action. What we require is accountability. We understand that black lives do matter, and we will keep focused on this issue.
NewsOne Now, every weekday morning at 7 on TV1.